Now, the Bank of England's Monetary Policy Committee, the MPC, is due to announce their latest decision on interest rates today.
And?
Don't look forward to it, though, because on the cards could be the largest rate rise for 33 years as the bank tries to curb inflation.
Well, for more analysis, we're joined in the studio by our business and economics editor, Liam Halligan, with On the Money. Right, 0.75% might not sound like a lot, but it's really significant.
It is. It might not be 0.75, it might be 50 basis points.
Okay.
That's 0.5%. We're currently at 1.75%, so it's either going to go to 2.25 or 2.5. Now, this is bad news if you've got a variable rate mortgage. Far fewer houses are mortgaged than they were 20 years ago. A lot more houses are owned outright because a lot of young people can't get on the housing ladder, obviously. And obviously, if you've got personal loans on variable rates, they will go up too. But spare a thought for Britain's army of savers who've been abused for decades now. A little bit of chink of hope for them. Many older people, of course, live on fixed income, if you like. They live off the interest off their savings. So, of course, it's bad news if you've got big debts. It's bad news if you've got a variable rate mortgage or a fixed rate that's about to expire quite soon. And many of them are. Many of the fixes are just two years or so. But it is good news for savers, and we should remember that.
Yeah, but saving how? Because it's an interesting point that we do forget about.
We do.
Don't we? We do forget about the savers. So many saving bank accounts at the moment are giving you no interest at all.
And I do think that Liz Truss wants to do something about this. I've spoken to her over many years. I've spoken to Kwasi Kwarteng. I do know that they don't like the fact that banks are so slow to pass on rate rises, but they're so quick, mortgage companies are so quick to pass them on. It's a bit like when the oil price goes down, petrol and diesel doesn't go down, but when the oil price goes up, petrol and diesel goes up literally within minutes. That is a function of a lack of competition in those markets, and hopefully we'll get a bit more competition going forward.
Stephen was calling them the dreaded MPC, this Monetary Policy Committee. Have they made their decision already and it's just to be published at midday? I mean, so presumably then the outline and parts of the energy strategy that we've already seen in terms of the business strategy on Wednesday won't be factored into this interest rate rise. But given the huge scale of the cost that we're now beginning to get a picture of, I mean, almost double furlough if it's extended over years, means that interest rates are only going to go up again and again.
So the Monetary Policy Committee, 9 nerds, if you like, people like me who obsess about data, spreadsheets and so on, highly qualified economists, most of them, they're meant to be independent. They meet every month and they have 2 days of deliberations and then they make their decision. That will be at noon today. A lot has changed. They will have had sight of Jacob Rees-Mogg's energy package. They probably know most of what's in tomorrow's mini budget. There's no way they'd be flying blind. They would sign non-disclosure agreements. They can't tell people in financial markets and so on. And they're professional people. That is fine. But the world has changed. The last time the Bank of England did an inflation and growth forecast was back in August when all we had were Rishi Sunak's energy support measures, which were much, much less than what we have now. And we had taxes about to go up. Now we've got huge energy support measures, as you say, and taxes are about to go down. So they will need to raise rates a bit more to contain inflation, given that the government is expanding fiscal policy, if you like. It's lowering taxes and spending more. But one thing, Isabel, it may not cost as much as you say.
Okay.
If wholesale gas prices keep coming down, and they're down about 45% over the last 3 weeks, then that massive bill, it will be tens of billions, but it won't be hundreds of billions. That, of course, depends on geopolitics, Russia, Ukraine.
Yeah. Look, we're out of time, but we know you'll be keeping us up to date throughout the day here on GB News. Liam, thank you very much indeed.
Always on the money.